Dan, what time is it over there? Oh no, he can't hear me actually. Okay, well apparently Gaskin cannot hear me now, which is very unfortunate. But it is fine. Don't worry about it. We're actually going to be jumping into this matchup, and do not fret. We're into the game, folks. This is our last match of the day. We got Sentinels versus FaZe Clan, and until we get Gaskin all lined up and ready to go, I'll be solo in this one for the time being. Dapper squeaking around the corner there. There's Marv inside of the cubbies. Zoms locating the target that's actually going to be right in front. Spike not down quite yet, and that is going to be the defenders picking that one up. Sentinels, we didn't really talk about this one because I went on a long rant about my TV show, but I do want to point out that I feel as if FaZe have somehow managed to be able to like really grow throughout the course of this competition. And Moses, I don't know if you're there. Are you there right now, bud? Not too sure.
He's here. I'm also here.
We'll find out if you are there. Yeah. Well, I hear you, so I don't know if everyone else hears you, but whatever. You know, guys, it's 12 a.m. We're all in this together. We're all in this together. All right. And apparently Pansy's online too. I don't even know what's going on right now. Just saw Pansy pop up in our Discord. Maybe we just get a 6-person cast going on. Who knows? Anyway, Moses, we got a weird situation here where Sentinels, I feel like they've kind of, you mentioned before, like they're a team that's kind of figuring it out, and FaZe are learning as they go. But for some reason, I feel good about FaZe despite the fact that they're down 1-0 right now.
It's been really fun to watch, just them kind of putting it together, just busting through these rounds. And Sentinels, I mean, this is the story that I've been interested to watch, is just watching them come together. At least on screen. I'm sure they come together at least once before this time. But as far as the matchup is concerned, I think this is Sentinels looking to come out early, make a presence known. FaZe has got to be tired. They've had a long day.
Yeah, they have. Well, both of these teams too, right? It's just a matter of them waiting this one out in order to play the match, right? Well, that is going to be Sam just left alive here, and it will be a round for Sentinels again. Still waiting on Gaskin to jump in. I just think what was really funny about that whole interaction was that had Gaskin not said he couldn't hear us, I would have just assumed that was the gag. You know what I mean?
I mean, often I just try and ignore you. That's usually what I do. I mean, what if this whole time I was just an elaborate ruse to make you think that I was not here, but in fact I was just making a tactical cup of tea?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Just so you know too, I in my ear I hear you double, but totally worth it.
I will
Double
fix
the Dan
that.
Gaskin.
Done now.
Double the Dan Gaskin, double the excitement. Yeah, so it's like 6 a.m. where you are right now, right, Gaskin?
It's 5 a.m. It's nearing on 6, but it's fine. I mean, I'm used to it's just gamer hours. Like, forget it. It's
just
no
gamer
sweat.
hours,
no
dude.
problem.
Bro,
Like,
you can catch
don't worry
me
about
playing Final Fantasy 14 at this time, dog. You know what I'm saying? Maybe.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry that briefly I lost you for a little bit. I don't know if it was my end, your end, or just someone's end.
Any end.
Up. But
could have been
in
an
the end, we are
it doesn't
here.
even matter.
Sentinels have been able to get a 2-0 lead early on. And I'm excited for this one. I didn't get to hear your predictions in your ramble early on. But
no, I plugged my
thoughts?
TV show. I plugged my TV show. I told the story about my wife. Anyone who listens to my podcast knows exactly what I do. So my predictions, though, going into this, I feel like FaZe, right? I think FaZe are the team that kind of walks away with this one. That said, though, Sentinels are a team that is just really odd. Also want to give a shout out to Moses, by the way, for stepping in there for a brief moment. Huge shout out to you, my Dukes. But yeah, I feel like Sentinels is a team that just kind of, like, 1 minute they're like the hottest team, and then the next minute it's like, what? You know, like, what's going on? You guys lost this game? Like, so that's why I kind of feel a little bit more comfortable with FaZe for some odd reason.
Well, we did see Sentinels win both of their games on Bind so far in this tournament, which gives me a little bit of hope as All the frags are flying around left, right, and center. Spike is going to go down. There's only 2 members remaining, but Marv will pick up onto Zoms, and it's going to be the first one going to FaZe then. They do pick up the round. The ever-elusive 3rd round goes in their favor. And now things start to get serious. As of the 4th round is when we start to really see what these teams are made of. Orbital Strike available as well as a Showstopper, so this could be a big round for FaZe Clan. Sentinels do have a Resurrection available for themselves, but Shazam, unfortunately, half armor. And just a pistol for Sick as well. So this hasn't ended up too well for Sentinels.
We got Sam with a cheeky lineup. Look at this.
Yeah.
See what he does. I'm actually curious. And I actually do like that it's a shock bolt as well. And I think it did connect with someone there. The trade comes in immediately, though. There's Def to back him up.
Here.
Calls have been made. Teammate is going to be on the opposite side. They still have that stage available to them. Corey now going to try and dive on in and push this. He can actually go right over this cyber cage with his satchels if he so chooses, but they got a lot out of that one. So they're just going to back away over to the A side. Zom's going to be by himself. This is a different kind of lockdown from something like a Cypher. Here's Showstopper, though. Showstopper could actually find a target all the way in the back of the field. Doesn't get the kill, but it is going to be Def that kills Zoms in that exchange. And this spike is down. And just like that, what was looking like a really odd situation there, Gaskin, for FaZe Clan, they've managed to turn this thing around. Just like I say that, though, Dapper actually comes around heaven. They were not watching that. I'm a little surprised there, Gaskin.
Almost as surprised as I am that Pansy is awake right now, but Corey's going to push through showers, does find one. Can he do anything special here? Gets the second. This could be something of magic. Does have a grenade to work with now. Gets the third. Makes it 4! Holy moly, let's wake up my neighbors, because it's worth it, baby.
Wow. Corey is in the house. You knew I was going to make that joke one time at least, and I had to do it. Corey, what a play from him. 4 kills just like that. The difference maker that he is. It's so nice you got to see it twice. I think. Yes, maybe. Never mind. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. All right.
As much as I like seeing the knife that he's managed to accrue through the battle pass, not quite the replay we were hoping for, but I'm sure we'll get that later. Don't worry, we'll get the perfect.
Send it up too.
The perfect style. But decent round, you got to say, for Sentinels. That looked like it was going to be all FaZe Clan. Looked like it was going to be all tied up 2-2. But what just a moment of magic that was. Like, that is the power of an individual player stepping up, clutching up at the right time.
Yanking out some more utility here from the defenders. We'll see if Sentinels decide to give. FaZe have only one ultimate online. Rolling Thunder for any kind of dropout inside of the hookah area. Might actually be a bit of a problem for this team to have to deal with. Hunter's Fury is going to be out. And Sinatra, again, he just tags, he gets a kill, then manages to tag and do some damage there. I think that was going to be to the rival Sova. Rolling Thunder is out. Exactly the fear that I thought we were going to see, as we had just a really crazy interaction there. We knew that exactly what was going to happen. He was hanging back by the elbow, Shazam, and the moment that they thought that they were going to try and jump into the site, Rolling Thunder was out. You stop that play right in its tracks. Sentinels go up 4-1.
Bind was the map that Sentinels were able to take down Immortals on, even though they lost that series 2-1. They were able to win Bind 13-10. And they did also play Bind earlier in the group stage as well. They beat Mix Up on it. But I'd say they've shown their worth in in various different ways here. Not only have tactically they look pretty good, but they also have the backup plan of someone just going absolutely nuts and popping off when they need to. We'll see how it develops across not just the first half, but always swinging into the second half. But Sinatra here has caught wind. There might be someone in hookah. Zachary trying to have a little peek here, but there was the Puka man. Def jumps out to his death. Just spelled differently, but sounds very similar.
Yeah, and little like curious why Def did that. Like there wasn't really much of a reason for him to just try and take that kind of a fight with no information whatsoever. But this is going to be one of those saves, and they're just going to walk around map here. Sentinels get picks as they go along. 2 players left alive now. You got Marved alongside Corey. And there you have it. I mean, as soon as they were going to march through a short, there were no options for them there. None whatsoever. But we are going to get the buys coming through here. An op for Zachary. He's done this a few times in the past. Gaskin, and he's had some mild success with it. I wouldn't say quite like the way Venerated did or Wardell, but he's had some moments where he's been able to take some faces.
Yeah, and I think this is your time to shine, right? Like, this is your time to step up and show what you can do, because if you can get those big impact frags, if you can get that first pick, then that can make all the difference. Op players have shown up in today's tournament, and it has been a pleasure to watch, to be honest, because it is an entirely different skill than just being a good player with a rifle. Hunter's Fury will be popped. It's going to be Sam, seeing if he can see anyone across the map. Does he get any tags? Doesn't look like he can connect just yet. They are going to still push up towards this B site. The rotations will come through now from the Sentinels. From A site, it's just going to be Cypher left on his own. Corey gets one, Sinatra the other. 4 versus 4. Ults are available. FaZe Clan do have the Showstopper available. The res comes onto Sinatra as well, so they get that man advantage back. The smokes are there, so he's not going to be able to get a refrag. But as I say that, Corey just ruins everything.
Man, it sounded like it came from your heart, you know? It really did. Well, now we got him as they're pushing out through the garden here, and there goes the orbital strike, but they do manage to get out of there, or at least Corey does, but he's got 37 HP in a dream, and that dream was a rocket, baby. Lands it right in the face of Sick for 4 kills in that round. But now they will have access to the B site. Dapper around the corner. Marved will stop him. And finally, FaZe, after losing 3 straight, get a round win. A critical one to boot. They'll hold on to their weapons, or some of them will hold on to their weapons there. Most importantly, the operator.
Corey. Steps up when it matters, clutches around. And then he ruins my day by changing everything up, killing people through smoke. Don't know how they do it, to be honest, GB. We've seen so much of it today. We've seen so much through smoke kills. The prediction skills of these players are just getting better and better, I guess. It's becoming more predictable in the areas and the spots that people are holding. As I say that, Shazam peeks out, takes down Marv. Wall will go up just as protection, and Corey's not going to be able to get any sort of trade. Corey is a dangerous man.
You will
Indeed,
not
he
kill
is.
my allies.
And bring back their teammate, though, and we'll be able to... Oh, Shazam. I was gonna say we'll you know, try and look to even this thing out a little bit, but that's not gonna work, especially with well, I was gonna say I wasn't gonna work with Shazam hitting the shots, but Marv is just gonna shut me up right there. So just when you think it can all go wrong, they didn't block that. Oh man, that's unfortunate. They were not able to block out where that was going to be coming from. The cyber cage. Def pushed forward, but it's Marv with another target.
No more charges left.
Those 2 players, these 3 players, you're gonna have 2 coming around the side here from the defenders. I think this will be a full wraparound as well. Sinatra will be joining his teammates in just a moment. They will have to try and work around this. Dapper inside of sight, jumping around that Radiant Eye box just to get any kind of intel, see if someone's gonna be poking around the corner. Def, while Dapper did have an opportunity to use his ult, it's gonna be Def's turn. Or excuse me, Dapper's turn this time around. Words are hard. Corey, another kill. He will actually get picked off now, though. Will be up to Marv, and the time continues to tick on down. He's the last player left alive. He's burning, but he will not. It's actually going to be enough. It's going to be enough. And Marv, oh, he loses the operator and the delay. He lined up the molly. I actually missed that in the brief moment. He lined up the molly. It just what the Molotov does, Gaskin. It's so good. It's so good.
I mean, we've seen how influential Molotovs can be in Counter-Strike, and if you weren't a Brimstone fan, this is why you need a Brimstone on your team. If you're playing ranked and you don't have a Brimstone, this is what he offers. It's not just smoke, it's not just his ability to get onto a site, it's his post-plant abilities as well. If you have a player who has lined up those mollies, they know where to put them after a plant. Of course, you need to work with them as well. You need to make sure it's planted in the right place, or give the spike to the Brimstone. But we've seen it several times today, how influential it can be, just round-winning Molotovs.
It's so scary, right? Because so many times you'll win the fight, you have a teammate covering your back, and then you go in for the plant, right? Or sorry, you go in for the defuse. And then you got to factor in this molly. If you have a Brimstone left alive, you got to concern yourself with whether or not they have ultimate. You know, you can easily tell that, but you can't easily tell if they haven't used molly yet. You got to be keeping track of those kinds of things. And for Brimstone, it's almost as if, in this tournament at least, it's been critical to hold on to that Molotov until the very end of the round. But Marv, we covered him a lot in the last game, but he's just so good. He's so good, Gaskin, that I almost feel like we haven't even seen his full potential yet.
And I wonder if, like, as Valorant is developing, if Molotovs become too strong, do you nerf the Molotov slightly? Do you give the ability to cancel out a Molotov with an ability? Like, if you put a smoke on top of a Molotov, then Molotov disappears, like we see in other games. There's all these different things that could happen as the Bulldog is doing a little bit of work for Soms, but Corey gets the trade. Marv gets an op onto Sinatra, and Sick will take down Corey in the end. Not enough time to put this bomb down, and the defenders will take it. Sick gets a 3K in the end, 6-3 to Sentinels. And they'll be pretty happy with this half so far. For FaZe, I mean, apart from the few moments of magic, they have lacked a little bit of a punch whilst attacking. And now they're not going to have very much money to work with whatsoever.
Yeah, perhaps this is a matter of a team that is pretty far ahead, but also has been putting in the work behind the scenes, you know? And obviously it's foolish for any of us to think that with the, you know, the pressure, right, that is on the Sentinels team, the pressure that is on a player like Shazam, who I think many diehard CS fans, you know, write off. Sinatra making a dramatic leap from the Overwatch League here to compete in professional Valorant before it even really gets established. This team is something that just needs to work, you know, it's something that needs to click. That's why I find their losses to be that much more confusing. But coming through there is Corey. Does die at the hands of Sick, but not before he, oh my goodness, gets killed there. And then Dep will go and look to upgrade that Bulldog and take advantage of this. Here's Shazam. Spike is down. You got 3 players left alive for Sentinels, 4 on the other side here. Marvin's going to be watching it back with a ghost, and target acquired. Only one person standing. It's Sinatra. Oh, I don't know if he has a hope and a prayer here, Dan. It's going to be tough, but perhaps a hope at the very least. That's first kill down. Around the corner is going to be Zachary. That's going to be another kill. That's going to be number 3. He's looking for one more, but it's going to be the orbital strike just in the nick of time, and that's exactly what I was talking about. Whether it's the Molotov, you have to be cautious about the orbital strike. Marvin is going to be on the other side of the map, and this is FaZe walking away with this win. They will run into each other, so maybe Marv gets the kill here. Yes, he does.
He does, and FaZe Clan pick up a round that they probably shouldn't have. They had no money, they had no hope, but then suddenly the entry with the showstopper from Corey was enough of a gift for the rest of the squad to move on to the site, and then the one-tap with the Sheriff in Lamps was really the turning point to give a rifle. As we take a look at Well, I call it Grumpy Cat, but I mean...
That's me, Moses, right now. And you. That's all of us.
Why just you two?
I don't know. Look like us. You know?
Oh, I see. That's
Grumpy old.
You were secretly calling me handsome. That's fine. I get it. I get it.
There it is.
It's nice that you would
You're a
compliment a
handsome
friend.
cat.
I'll say. No, I definitely wouldn't say that. But orbital strike available on the opposite side now.
Oh, that was a real cheeky play there, Dan. I don't know if you saw, but the wall came up, and then they just punished instantly. There was a player that was peeking over with the stinger, and yeah, I mean, you got a stinger at range. Maybe you're able to get one kill with that. The burst can be a little surprising from time to time, but it just like that entrance starts to come through. Zachary,
Oh my.
along with Marv. They locked the kills down. Dapper with a frenzy. It was a valiant try, but instead Corey kills him in the showers. 6-6, man. I'm okay with that, especially with how this game started for them. They were only able to take one round within 6. So if FaZe can go into the half 6-6, that's a win in my book.
Definitely, considering they were down 5-1.
Yeah.
One round which was just purely won off absolute clutchness of Corey. I think they're going to be over the moon that they've been able to pick up more rounds. And I don't know what it is about FaZe on Bind, but they just seem to have this comeback ability. As soon as you think they're down and out, and you're like, yeah, okay, they're probably going to waste away here. They just find that little bit extra in the tank, and they're able to pull off some pretty disgusting stuff. I think they just have that clutch factor about them, which makes them pretty terrifying. Flash will come out from Shazam, but does see one player down long, but isn't going to be able to contest him much longer. Sam wants a piece of this, though. He's got support from the Cypher. Breach will stun, but not going to push with it. It's just a delaying tactic, just to see if there's any rotations to come through. But spread across the map are both teams at the moment. No sort of commitment to either site just yet.
Yeah. Maybe Marv unlocks the door for them. Zachary's going to be up on top of heaven, and I think he's poking. No, he's not poking at the moment. Yeah, he's not. He's actually playing the shower angle. Doesn't have much of a choice there. There goes a smoke from the opposite side, forcing some movement back over toward that B-bomb site. They look to work around inside of Hookah. Got the Breach along with the Cypher here. Breach does have Rolling Thunder. This could be shades of what we saw in the last round. Hunter's Fury is played out. Here comes the Rolling Thunder. Sinatra, he gets some damage out, but Psalm now tries to answer back in turn. He's looking for just one more target. Does not locate it, though. Time is going to be ticking, and it is of the essence. They have to put this spike down, and they are able to do so right at the nick of time. Shazam around the corner, gets a kill against Def. Leaving only just 2 more left alive. Scratch that, just 1. It's Marv. He's got the op. Goes in for the shot. Does not locate it. Has to back away. And it is sick. Cleaning him up in aisle 3. We go into the half 7-5. But still pretty respectable for FaZe, given how this game started for them.
In my experience, aisle 3 has always been one of the worst aisles as well. So
oh yeah, for sure.
Always tough. Always tough to clean that one up when it gets a little bit messy. All right, we move over to the second pistol of the round then. 7-5. I think you're completely right. I think FaZe will be happy with 5. They would have preferred 6, obviously, but 5 is a decent amount. Now on the other side, you should feel like they're going to be more confident defending, right?
Yeah. I think so. You're gonna have the two. You're gonna have the Cypher and the Sage here working together. I think that the reason why I have pause is because of Shazam playing the Breach. I think that the added flash is just gonna put a suitable amount of pressure and allow them to be able to take advantage of any pushes. Like they have a push tool, right? Like the flash. You know, whereas on the other side you had Corey with the nades, and it did work. You had Corey with the Boombot too. Again, it did work. I mean, he's 15 and 10 currently. But I just like the entry with Shazam on Breach.
There must be some jokes circulating with Shazam and the Flash and like, I mean, all these things are going on in my head, but I just can't quite find it. Maybe it'll come a little bit later. But we're in a pause
like
at the moment.
10 a.m. where you are, so.
I mean, I love how you just add hours now for fun. It's almost haunting me. Because I keep checking my clock, like, is it 10 o'clock really? And then I'm like, no, it's only 5:30. And then I'm like, oh god, it's 5:30. But you know, I'm here, I'm having a good time. I'm with a good friend and watching some top tier Valorant. So is there any other better way to spend your Sunday morning?
You're talking about me right now, Moses?
Oh, I was
just double checking.
No, sorry.
Ah, son of a... You know, it's all right. It's all right. Words hurt, but it's fine. We'll get over it eventually. We will. Will FaZe, though, be able to get over losing this game? Ah, look at that, Dan. You see that?
Haha, transition.
Segue. Transition! I got nothing. So at the start of this pistol round here, you're gonna get that nice wall play to block out the hookah area. Lots of pressure though on that B site. He's gonna prompt himself to have to just make a move, and again, that's what I was talking about before with that flash all the way from on down to the site. But maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe the flash really isn't that much of a difference maker. Could Shazam clutch out this 1v2? No, because Corey from long, right at the back of the head, gives them their 6-round win. They're now within one, trying to bring this one back. Gaskin.
Corey from downtown, and now they've got money to work with. They have the better buy, and Sentinels are just going to have to rock the pistols here and just try and commit, I'm sure, to one site. Maybe they could go for some sort of fake and have one player lurking and see if they can catch someone off guard and then steal a weapon away. Because it does look like on the minimap they are spreading themselves out at the moment. They're not just going to rush towards one site. Maybe they hope that FaZe Clan will get a little bit antsy and will push out somewhere. There are two players who are certainly getting excited on B long, and Sick just trying to encourage them his way. That's what they want. They want FaZe Clan to push out. Yeah.
He's managed to corral all those players over toward B. They were holding that there. Also that angle from Marv. The moment that he feels that there's going to be pressure from A short, they're just going to go right for that one. Zachary kill on Sick. No Sage for the rest of the team here. They had already used the heal earlier. I don't know if it necessarily mattered all that much. And the way that Zachary has been playing in this tournament, he had a few struggle games, right? Hasn't been smooth sailing for Zachary thus far, but so far so good. Gets one, looking maybe for 4. There you go. Zachary, this could be an ace. I'm just saying. You have only the Cypher. And Zachary with the ace, baby. There you go. Nicely done by the former Overwatch Pro World Cup winner, Zachary.
And I mean, it doesn't matter if the opposition is on a half buy, a full buy, an eco, an ace is an ace. It always feels good, and that's certainly going to help with the confidence going into the rest of this game. When you talk about Zachary, and you're quite rightly pointed out, some games he has struggled. It's very difficult at life as a Sage. I know you experience it very often in matchmaking, Alex. It is your responsibility to stay alive, and sometimes that means avoiding gunfights, which can mean your shot's not going to be on, you're not going to be confident in your own ability, you're not going to be able to pick up those frags, and then suddenly you're at the lower side of the leaderboard as Shazam and Corey will get 1 each in showers. It's a 4 versus 4. But Zachary, after that ace, still alive, and now he has to do the job of giving up teammates when they go down. But Corey is just a man on a mission in this game. Doesn't matter what weapon is in his hand, he finds one. Tags the shoulder, it looked like, but it didn't quite register. Maybe it just wasn't quite close enough as Zoms gets one onto Corey as well. 2 players remain, maybe about 3 for FaZe Clan. It's just the 1 on the side of Sentinel. So it's just going to be Zoms here in a 1 versus 3. There's no one player is there, and that's why he's just waiting for any sort of movement from Def. He sees the reload. Here's the reload. Def says, hiya, I see you. Sprays through the wall, but he can't quite get him. And this is just time wasting from Zeph. Allows his teammates to come through. Zachary again will get the round done FaZe Clan 8-7 up against Sentinels.
They're bringing this one back, and I will be honest with you. At the start of the game, it was 5-1, and you're like, oof, man, maybe the hype for FaZe, perhaps it died down, right? They had a tough game against TSM. Lots of lessons to take away from that. Maybe they were going to be a little burnt out, but no, here we are with a very game FaZe Clan who went up against one of the best teams in the game right now, and a Sentinels team who Moses had said previously has just been trying to put it together. They have taken the lead here, and I think that they have taken the lead for the first time, if I'm correct, in this game.
You would be correct in your assumption. Your maths is not as bad as you thought it was. Def
Thanks, man.
Trying to take an angle here. He's getting aggressive. He will get flashed, but he manages to find 1 to 6. Sam follows up onto Shazam at the same time. So that's going to be 2 massive kills over at B long. And it just means the rest of the team on B short is going to have to kind of huddle together like penguins to try and do anything.
My.
But Sam gets a 4K. We may not have seen it, but boy, did we hear it. And we see the destruction on the floor. As FaZe Clan now 9-7 up. And of course, it was an eco round, but it's still about asserting your dominance, not losing too much money and keeping your economy strong.
And right now, FaZe Clan are plenty rich. Sentinels need this round. They have to start getting FaZe to spend some money. That's how they get back into this game. Maybe it could be Shazam with this op. It creates opportunity for them. Marv backs away, and just in the nick of time as well. Looked like it could have gone real bad there just at that very last moment. But thankfully, he was able to bail out of that fight now and just going all the way back to a safe position, and more delay coming in from the Brimstone as they wrap around to the other side. And you have to be feeling pretty good about that one. You got the Molotov. You also got a smoke out of this. You start to make your way inside a hookah. See what you can pull out of this.
I just love the utility standoff. 1 cage is thrown, and then suddenly you get a slow orb and another cage thrown back at you. Who utilizes their utility best? That's going to be the real question. But it looks like B is going to be the site of choice. Corey is going to be the first point of contact, though. It does take down Dapper, tries to get the spray down for another. Does have Showstopper to pop off. Def takes down 6. Not going to get anything with a Showstopper, but Hunter's Fury might do some damage from Sam, and it is just ults galore here. 1 player remaining. It's going to be Sinatra. But this is going to be yet another round going in favor of FaZe Clan. 10-7. And dare we start to dream that maybe this could be the start of something beautiful from FaZe. Maybe they could get to the latter stages of this tournament after all.
And what is really scary about FaZe is that this isn't even like their full roster. And they're able to do this against a Sentinels team that has clearly been labbing and trying out new things and practicing, getting ready for the Ignition series, getting ready for just Valorant eSports as a whole. And this FaZe team is just full of talent across the board. They've been putting in some practice hours, as Corey had mentioned earlier.
Cage triggered.
But I just didn't expect it would be like this.
Dapper trying to do his best to maybe force out some sort of rotate. It's definitely bait, though. I don't think FaZe Clan are going to bite. They're not going to be too quick to rotate here. They know the money's not great on the side of Sentinels, so if you rotate too fast and you give up a site, you're always going to give an opportunity to your opposition to get back in the game or get back in a round. In terms of ultimates being available, it is just Zachary with the resurrection. Shoulder peek there. He's going to bait out the op shot just to get that information. Now they're going to push through hooker, but Sam is there. He's waiting. But I'll tell you what, decent shots from Shazam there. And now, can they do anything with this? Can they follow up? Or is the utility going to be too much? Op shot comes in as well. And I don't think this round is available for Sentinels, if I'm completely honest, Alex.
No, not at all. They only have pistols to work with, so that means the wall is going to come down a lot slower. Zachary is peeling from the back of the map. I mean, this guy, this has been his game. It's been his game. Even though it's an eco round, Zachary now as a Sage, look, there's nothing that gives you more confidence, and I speak from a lot of experience, being a Sage and being able to pop off. You feel good about yourself, chat. That's the reality. And Zachary is in a groove here. And we're getting ever so close to this thing being all just done for Sentinels. Their tournament run done just like that. I just cannot believe it.
Pass that man a banana, an orange, a Satsuma. It doesn't matter because he is peeling, apparently. Maybe it's just some really bad sunburn. I don't really know, but 11-7. And I think that FaZe Clan, if they take this, 12-7, Sentinels are going to be on a very weak buy. So Sentinels have to win this round, in my opinion. We need to see something special from them. We need to see something different when they're attacking. Because they just haven't offered enough.
Yeah, now I know some people might be confused, but Sinatra loves the Odin. It is a very strong weapon, and Sinatra, for some reason, seems to be the only person I've seen in a professional capacity actually decent with it. And they know that he'll be running this in its current state. Having to get back Marv, though, tagged up, banged up, but we'll be able to get out of there. And just as I was praising Sinatra, it really isn't going to mean all that much because Sinatra is down. Now we only have 2 players left alive here. Def is just waiting for them to go through showers. Sick is waiting for this cyber cage to go down. That means that all this time is currently being wasted. Their smokes are going to go away any moment now. They can't get in there because they're slowed as well. And this is basically just the greatest stall tactic you could possibly ask for here. Way to hold on to that utility. Way to put the fear in them, Zachary. He wants one more. He's out for blood, but it's Def that will end that round and put him at match point. Here we go, Gaskin. FaZe could be moving on to the next round to take on Immortals.
Look at this second half. Look at all those green crosses. It's just been so comfortable for FaZe on defense. And I did say when we moved over, are they going to be more comfortable? And clearly they are. Now we've got a very weak buy from Sentinels, which has already been a pretty weak half from them. They just haven't been able to get onto bomb sites. They haven't been able to get the post plants that they would so desperately need. FaZe have stepped up. Corey, Zachary in particular have just really shone through this game, but every single member has performed such an important role here. This could be the last round of Sentinels tournament.
I just didn't think that if it were to end, it would end like this. They're not out of it yet, though. They are not. Yes, it will be challenging. Right now, everyone on FaZe, they're clicking. Whatever's working, maybe it's just a late night grind. I have no idea, but it is clearly working out for this team. And also Zachary has been stupendous on this map. Beyond just his op plays, because those have been awesome to watch, but his slows, right? Like, oh my goodness, Zachary, you're looking for another one, but finally his reign of destruction from a Sage is finally over. And even in that moment in time, with the slow orb, he's done such a great job at stalling them, preventing them from being able to get any kind of progress. But this is now going to be a desperate opportunity here for Sentinels. They need to try and get this spike down, pick up some kills, move this on to the next round. It is going to be so difficult at this point, Gaskin.
Well, he gets his ultimate with the spike being planted, and it is a way to get people off the bomb. Doesn't get the spray down, though. That would have been a massive kill if he was able to pick it up. The round definitely would have been winnable, and at least he knows he's there. He knows he's weak as well. Does get hit in the backside with a shot. Dark Marv gets the op, and that surely is going to be too much now for Sinatra. He needs to go huge here with a 1 versus 3. He's down to 45 HP, but he can't even get past Marv as the first hurdle. FaZe Clan going to take this one 13-7. What an incredible second half it was from them. They looked impeccable on defense.
I am flabbergasted by what we saw from FaZe. A complete dismantle of Sentinels. Literally nothing that they could do on attack would work. FaZe Clan are going to be moving on, ladies and gentlemen.